New journey today. What we're going to be doing is that didn't work out very well, did it? We are going to be building ourselves a fence. We've got to get this fence built so we can keep the chickens from invading the garden space that we're trying to develop in front of the dairy. So I want to show you what we're going to be doing here. We use all repurposed wood on the farm. We do not buy new wood because we like to use things that are already in existence. So this is what we have. And this actually was two 2x4s. I basically, screwed them together, which makes a 4x4. And then this here, that's the same thing. I have one here actually. This is an actual 4x4 or 3.5 by 3.5 probably. We burned them. And the reason we burn them is because it pulls out all the existing sap that's actually still in the wood, and it caramelizes it and protects us from termites and rot. I learned this on a video. I was watching Jake and Nicole up there in British Columbia, and Jake was doing this method. I never knew about it. I thought it was rather interesting, so I researched it. And it comes from Japan originally. They have buildings over there over 1,000 years old using this method. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to start cutting and get the project going. We need a total of 18 posts. Now we have this little piece, so we're going to put this down the side, see what we have. Okay, what do we got going on now? We have all the posts built, and now what we're going to do is we're going to be laying out a string line. I have my string, a T-post, my T-post driver, and then this is where it's all going to happen, along here. Give myself a damn concussion. Damn, that hurt. Big old bruiser up there. Woo! Okay. We gotta get in deeper. Okay. That's it. Ooh, that hurt. Boy, big old bump up there. Next. What we're going to do now here is we're going to go ahead and measure the ground level up to 3 feet. The nice thing here is all these notches. Right there, above that notch, is 3 feet. And that's the height of our fence. I've got this great ability of making a mess of myself. We got our post hole diggers, and we're going to start digging these post holes. But am I going to use these post hole diggers? No, I'm not going to. I'll do a little bit. This ground that we have here on this farm, there's a lot of red clay, believe it or not. We're in Florida, but we do have red clay. And it's a tough son of a gun to dig in. As you guys know, live in the red clay regions of Georgia or the Carolinas, what have you, it's tough. So I found a way around that problem and make short shift of hole digging. A little messy, but it gets the job done. So hang tight and take a look. That's how we do it. And you get pretty wet doing it. But you know, I'm not huffing and puffing. So it works pretty good overall. You do have to come back here, however, once you do have to come back here once all the water settles in. And because these holes are so close to the tree, there's a whole bunch of roots down there. So that's how we do post holes on the farm. It's Oksana! That's the other side of this channel. What do you have to do, Oksana?
Yes.
Feed our baby.
Not our baby. A little bit baby.
Whose baby?
Butternut baby.
Oh, butternut, you mean the calf. I was going to say, see that bottle, folks? Can you imagine? The baby, remember the Flintstones?
Crazy.
Thirsty baby. Moving right along here with this project, we have now got all our posts cut to size. We've got all the holes dug in. That was a job, let me tell you. Mind you, you saw earlier on how I did that, which was a great saving of time and energy, but I did have to do some by hand, and that was a bit of a bear, but that's okay, we got them in. And now you can see them. Let me show you. See, there's the posts. They're roughed in. We're now going to start getting them all concreted. You can see here, right there, that's my level, my line. It's perfectly level, that thing. And we are off to the races. So we're going to put this camera down, we're going to go ahead and bring the concrete in, and we are going to start playing with the sand. Off we go. Okay, we're moving right along here. We've got probably 10 posts in already that way. And we have 4 to go here. Just want to give you a close-up shot of what we're doing here so you can see how I've been going along on every single post. So we got her pretty well balanced up. She's perfectly level with the string line. Now we fill her. Like it. We got that post in. Now, some of you may have noticed already, some of you may not have. Let me show you. We burnt all this, but we didn't burn that. The wood needs to breathe, so you leave the top so it can breathe. However, we certainly do not want to let that sit there in the Florida rain and the humidity, let me tell you. Let me show you what happens when you do. I made this mistake once already, so hang tight. We're gonna walk to the other side of the farm real quick, and then I'll get you back on. Look what happens. Just rots away. So have you ever heard the expression, measure twice, cut once? I'm pretty typically good at that. But this time, for whatever reason, I missed that detail. I measured the posts out. They're 8 foot. Did my spray paint on the ground. Got it all measured out. You saw that. And I went with it. Measured once. Didn't measure twice. So now what I'm finding is I'm off. I'm off probably 3 inches, give or take. So this post over here, this last one, I scabbed it. So what does that mean? What that means is this. That's for those of you who are not familiar with this type of construction. So you have, let's say, your post in the ground or your piece of wood, and you need to make it larger, so you screw another piece beside it and it increases the width or the length. You're scabbing it. That's the terminology. So I scabbed that piece over there. It's okay. I don't really want to do that. It's done. However, now the next piece is not working. So what I've got to do is I've got to now cut the pieces to fit each individual post. As a result of that not measuring twice part, I'm going to run into some more costs. And that's the way it goes. Look who's coming. There's the bougie farmer. Really, Oksana? Look at all those chickens. What is that? They're like your children. So we're going to go ahead and cut the pieces. A lot more work. That's why I got my saw out and my ladder to help me support. So I'm gonna start cutting, getting her done. And I'll bring it back in when I get some headway on this project. Moving right along. Boom! We got that one top row done. And now it's time to take out this one post. You saw what happened earlier on, right? When I was driving that sucker in. Well, we gotta pull them out. So let's see if we can get this out here. Wow, look at that. Such power I have. Of course, I wiggled a little bit beforehand. Okay, there we go. That was in pretty good. Overall, it's going really smoothly. The measure twice, cut once, the little snafu I made. Thank you, Mr. Rooster. Appreciate that announcement. Anyway, I got a little snafu. It worked out that I've had to cut 2 boards, which is not too bad. And I only have a little bit of left over here total. So we're good, about maybe 85 inches of wood. So we're good. Missed the bullet on that one. So we got a couple of pieces up here. We're getting ready to cut this here to address that little bit of measure twice, cut once upset. Oh, back I go again. I keep forgetting things. And that's what happens when you get over 50, the old noggin doesn't work as well. If you know what I mean. So this is a wrap for the 4th time. I did it once, it was okay. I did it twice and 3 times. I didn't have my speakers on. It helps to have the speakers on. So 4th time. So remember, subscribe if you enjoyed, like if you loved, and hit the notification bell if you want me to ring your doorbell next week. Because I will be back next week. And next week, it's Slavic Beauty Week. Meaning, we buy our equipment from a company by the name of Slavic Beauty. And they're a really good company. And we want to show you one of the items that we've purchased from them. And it's our cream separator. And they do a bang-up job. We've had it now for over a year or so, and let me tell you, it has stripped a lot of milk from its cream. And a lot of people have enjoyed the cream. So there you have it. So until next week, we'll be back. We're not going anywhere. Tell your friends. Pass this through social media. We need to grow the channel. I'd like to get this channel grown to an exponential amount in the shortest period of time. Because I just want to. Why not? And it's up to guys like you and gals like you that are going to help this journey along. And listen, most of us live in a city, in an apartment, in a house, in a condo, in a mobile home, whatever the case may be. You might be sitting on the European continent. You might be sitting on the American continent. You might be sitting in outer space someplace. But hit the darn like button and subscribe and the notification bell. And even the aliens can enjoy me. What the heck? That's interesting. Could be scary. They could land on my front field one day. Then you would know about it because I'd probably videotape it. No good. Okay, until next week, we'll see you.